I know some people probably had it hard, but I was blessed. I ain't never saw my mom and daddy stressed. They only show success. I'm living comfy from the sweat off they backs, and that's why all I ever wanted was to give it back. I'm not ashamed cause I was raised right. Nope. I would only be ashamed if I didn't help you fight through the pain, help you journey out the games that your mind played. No matter what, I'm never letting my shine fade away. Forever searching for knowledge, hoping I find grace. Keep your intentions pure, be sure about the risk you take. Pop said failure builds character. I came up short a time or two. Your mind know what your heart been through. Don't let that pressure startle you, and faith off in the Lord will do you justice. We sat and we discussed it. This assistance for the public. A little love will help recover from your struggle. If iron sharpens iron, and let's turn out together forever. J.O.P. That's Journey Out. Journey Out Podcast. Welcome to the Journey Out Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Journey Out Podcast. We have an exciting episode here for you guys, but here on the Journey Out Podcast, we're talking all things healthcare, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and family values. But before we get into the episode, go ahead and be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with any and everybody that you know could benefit from the stuff that we talk about here. We talk about a lot of good things, so we want to make sure that we get it out to those who need it. Now, hopping into the episode, we have some really great friends here. We have our team from OGLLC in the building.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So we have Miss Janiyah and Miss Tamika Stembridge, and they are here to talk about OGLLC and how they just revolutionize businesses all across the world. Yes. And so let me give you guys a little backstory, okay? So OGLLC is a consulting firm co-founded by Janiyah and Tamika, known respectively as the banker and the lawyer, okay? Now, they leverage their diverse experience to support high-performing leaders and organizations in scaling, creating transformational impact, and fostering meaningful connections with communities of color. And so I just need y'all to break that down. Whoever wants to go first, Janiyah, Tamika, whoever, break that down for us. How are y'all revolutionizing these businesses?
Well, first, thank you.
Yes,
we are so excited to be here with y'all. So I am the banker of this duo, and I guess how we revolutionize business. Tamika always says we think we can do anything. So literally, if it's y'all come and say we want to go to the moon, we think we can figure out how to get you to the moon. Like I promise, there's not something that we haven't encountered. And a large part of it is just from our diverse backgrounds. So I guess we could just kind of share a little bit about our background. I'm the banker of this duo. And my background, I led branches, I managed branches, led teams to where the second half of my career, and I had a 20-year career in banking. So the second half of my career, I was on the philanthropy side of it. So I did granting of money, managing nonprofits, working on community issues from the perspective of finance. So home ownership in underserved communities, financial education and literacy, working with kids. So I really fell in love with that half of my career and how to leverage my expertise in banking to give back. And really for me, that was birthed out of coming from a large Black family in the South. And we don't talk about money.
Right.
And so seeing how other people did well, and even understanding how they did well with nothing. And so I tried to start understanding that gap of why did these people come to this country and talk about that they had $2 to their name and was able to build and build family businesses and things like that. But what happened when our history is what it is and we work as hard as we work, but why are we, always the bottom of every bad stat when it comes to economics? And so that's how I ended up meeting the co-founder that actually brought us, or the founder that brought us together. And so
awesome.
That's kind of some of the varied background that I have, and I'll let Tamika tell some of her background, which is why we think we can go to the moon.
Right. So I'm Tamika, the lawyer of the duo. But before becoming a lawyer, I worked in corporate America in supply chain, human resources, recruiting. Left there, went to run a nonprofit because I wanted to save the babies. So I went and did that for a little while. I got invited to apply to law school because I was either going to go get an MBA or go get a PhD in Africana Studies. And they were like, hey, we think you might be able to go to law school. Would you like to try it? And I was like, all right, bet. So I went to law school to study entertainment law because that's the only law I cared about. Never wanted to go to court. I could do deals all day. Went to law school, decided I would do my MBA while I was there. While I was in law school, I did a stint in fashion. So I worked with a fashion house in New York, and then I worked in 2 big firms in Philadelphia. And then when I finished law school, I went to a management company in New York, working with some of the biggest names in hip hop management. Wow. And then I went for pastoral care because I was like, you know what? I've done all the things that I've wanted to do. Right. I'm 31 years old. Yeah. What else is there? So I went to my pastor, and he's like, I have something for you to do. Come help me out with this nonprofit. So I went and started helping him with the nonprofit just as a client. I was still running my law practice, still traveling on the road with acts, doing a whole lot of things. And then 2 years into the work, he's like, I need you to meet this lady. She is phenomenal. She is amazing. And so, like, I went to him for pastoral care, but that means I also got a bunch of pastoral care cases. He would just send me everybody to work on the team. So Janiah and I had this conference call. And, like, we hit it off, and it was good. Like, she was super smart. She sounded good on the phone. Yeah. We had fun. And I was like, okay, well, let's just try this out for, like, 90 days, because I don't really know how this is going to go. And literally, we've been stuck together ever since. Wow. So from 2017 up until now, we have been rocking and rolling. And then, you know, we did that together first. I was there for almost 9 years. Janiah was there for 7. And then in 2022, we decided to take our talents on the road and create OGLLC. And here we are.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so that's amazing.
That's amazing. So what inspired y'all once y'all got together and y'all went through the 90-day period?
Right.
And y'all been stuck to the hip. Yeah, in your background. So what inspired y'all to establish OGLLC?
So I think so we both agreed on the 90 days, right? Because I was a corporate girl. Like, they'll tell you I wore black suits to everything. Everybody was like, okay, girl, you don't have to wear suits to everything. Like, don't you have some casual wear? And I was like, this is my casual wear. What are y'all talking about? So I was straight the banker lady. And so we both agreed on the 90 days because I didn't know how nonprofit world would be. I was flipping to a whole nother side. Right. What we both started going through that 7-year period was like, we just kept getting aligned. And so we were not only having great success growing that nonprofit, how we seen business was the same. And we ran that nonprofit like a business. And having been on boards and things in the past, I was able to see very successful nonprofits. I was able to see nonprofits that really didn't run like a business. Right. And so we thought the same. Yeah. We work the same. Both of us are the same. We do not like group projects because you ain't gonna be messing up my egg. Right. You know, we don't like, certain ways that we work. We were the same. And so we complemented each other so well. And we weren't friends. We didn't know each other, anything, but we just worked together and I think respected each other's work and we was getting stuff done. Yeah. And so we started getting tapped. We became Janiyah and Tamika. We became this duo. You know, when everybody would ask for us, they would ask for us together. Yeah. And then we started getting pulled to help other nonprofit leaders. We started getting put on projects. We made national partnerships with, sororities and fraternities and homeownership organizations. Like we were really doing things big, but we were helping other organizations tackle subjects that we cared about. Right. Yep. So we were in healthcare, bringing economic empowerment, tackling health issues and health disparities. We were in homeownership, helping, homeownership and democracy and homeownership with realtors. And we were bringing, this infrastructure and how we were going to do this. And so we just started saying, like, are we on to something here?
Is there something here?
We very much care about these issues and we're able to lend this expertise. And we had kind of aligned passion with how we worked. And so we thought we were on to something a little bit before we even kind of got shoved out there to start it. But it just...
And just leaders. We love our people. We love to see amazing leaders win. And a lot of times, Janiah says that we've seen the test. And so in growing the nonprofit that we worked with, from a philanthropic side, we were blessed to have huge philanthropic partners that were investing tons of money into our nonprofit, which is not normal in the nonprofit landscape. But at the same time, because we ran the nonprofit like a business, we started to understand what those philanthropic organizations were looking for. And we're like, okay, we've seen this. And all these leaders that are doing amazing work in the community are never going to see this test. Right. Which means they will never enter these rooms, which means the work that they're doing will never get as big as they wanted to get unless somebody helps them. Right. And so we were like, we have to do something about that. And so we were committed to that personally, but then you see the same thing on business. And so it was like all of our experience, all of what we care about, wanting to see us win. Right. And we were like, we just have to do it and see what happens. Right. Yeah.
And so it really, you guys' tagline kind of sums that up, like in a nutshell. So you guys' tagline is operationalizing genius.
Wow.
That is in and of itself, like, I don't even know how y'all came up with that. But that's exactly what you guys do. So, like, elaborate on what that means and, like, how it translates into, like, actionable, things that your clients deal with on a day-to-day basis.
So OG was originally optimized growth.
Okay.
And in that optimized growth, like, well, how do you optimize it? It's operations, it's infrastructure, it's process, it's taking your big visions and chunking it out. So when Janiah says we can take you to the moon, if you decide that's your goal, the operations is what's going to help you get there. And so we say we work a lot with visionary leaders, big picture thinkers that literally want to go to the moon. And the work that we do is helping you to chunk that out, phase it out, step it out, so that one, you're going to get to the moon, but also you can keep going to the moon. And you can have a team that you want to go to the moon. And if you don't think about your work in that way, one, you're always going to be stuck being the person doing it. And then nobody can come behind you to repeat the pattern. And so we want sustainable impact, sustainable success. And so we help you to operationalize those ideas so that they can keep going and growing over time.
How do you get visionaries when they have this big idea, and I guess let me say this, and they want to go.
We know this all too well.
And they want to go, and they ready, and they
How do you pace them?
Yeah, how do you pace them, and how do you get them if they're always on the go? And you pace them, but how do you get them to follow that pace?
Right, and like you said, scale for sustainability.
How do you do that?
I would say some of it is tapping into that visionary energy. And so we have to, if we can concretize the plan and give you the plan, sometimes that's enough to calm the vision down, because now you can see it. Like, okay, bet. I see step A, B, C, D, and E. Then we can go for it. And then giving you successes along the way. So it's like, okay, this is milestone 1.
Right.
We do that. Okay, bet we're on the right path.
Right.
Yes.
But then also catching the ideas. Like, we consider ourselves, for our best clients, we are your backstage partner. So when the idea comes, give it to us. Let us figure out where to put it.
Right.
Don't stop thinking. Don't stop being the visionary.
Right.
Give us the thing so we can figure out where to put it.
Right.
So that you don't lose it. Because that's the beauty of visionaries. You're always thinking big.
Right.
The challenge is visionaries will keep visioning and leave everybody behind.
And leave it behind, right.
And so if we can show you success along the way, then the visionary stays encouraged, but also you see things progressing.
Right.
And you also have a place to catch the new visions, because the more gets done, the more you want to do. So it's a kind of a give and take process.
Right. And I think it just speaks to, like, the core of what you're saying, because at the same time, like we talked about being visionaries, I'm sitting beside one of them, right? And the way his mind works is like, oh, we can do this, we can help these people in this way, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. And what kind of sometimes can get stuck in the back of our heads is, we know we have to do it, we know we can set it up, but how? It's the how. And you guys always come with the how. You guys come with the how, the why, and this goes in this bucket, this goes in this bucket, and it's just
you guys,
set up.
You guys pretty much, I guess, read our minds.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think there's this trust that has to happen too.
Right.
Yeah,
Because visionaries don't trust people to bring their visions to life.
True.
And so I think two things that we do well is we move at a fast pace.
Yeah.
We really do. Like, we move with y'all at y'all's pace. There are some people we have to be very careful not to outpace them, because we have kind of two of these big brains over here, and we can just clip things along. And so, one, I think that first, that trust has to be built, that people entrust us with their vision, and they entrust us to bring their vision to light how they would, because we are big on authenticity. Like, we want people to show up authentically with their people in their marketplace and bring their vision to light how they see it in a really excellent way.
Right.
And so I think that trust has to be built first.
Right.
Because like y'all, where you have clients and you become family with them, we become family with our clients.
Exactly.
And that's where we all do our best work and magic is created. So I think that trust first, and then being able to, as she said, have milestones, but then also appropriate places. But that trust allows us also to be like, this isn't the goal you set for yourself.
Right.
If we can absolutely do this big vision.
Right.
But you remember January, this was our goal.
Right.
So let's make sure. And so there's this trust you also build in being able to kind of say, let's place this over here, let's pin it, let's make sure we'll get to it. But it is the landing place for the visions, because the visionary has to constantly, like, be feeling like
Right.
I see and want to solve these
Right.
issues.
Wow.
And we
Right.
never want to stifle that. We
Right.
always want to appropriately place it and keep them inspired.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm Janiah,
I'm Tamika, and we are OGLLC, a consulting firm.
and we operationalize genius.
Learn more at www.weareogllc.com. Yeah.
And so let's dig into the trust part a little deeper, because not only is it building trust between you and your client, like you're figuring out their ideas and who they are and kind of trying to put that out. But one thing that you guys do amazing, like you're so amazing, is also building that meaningful connection between your client and who they're trying to target. So,
Because honestly, just for me, an example,
Yeah.
I'm private, right? So to share and open up and talk about things that I don't know and not being afraid to say, hey, I don't know this, or this is where I'm at. You guys take that in and say, okay, hey, this is where you're trying to get. We have a piece to this puzzle.
Right.
So
how do you expound on
Yes.
creating those meaningful connections both ways? You know, client to client, but also like client to our target audience as well.
I think it goes back to the authenticity. So we know you all intimately from a professional standpoint, a lot of times from a personal standpoint.
Yeah.
Understanding your goals and figuring out the communities you intend to serve and helping you to show up in the most authentic way for that community. Because
Right.
the thing is, you know, we all can shapeshift,
Right.
but people notice that. And so the reality is, if you guys want to show up as the Journey Out podcast, or you want to show up as PC Home Hub, however you want to show up,
Right.
our goal is to help create an experience and an environment so that you can
Right.
show up that way
Yeah.
for the community. We have some clients that are super corporate. They're doctors. They're,
Yeah.
you know, they don't necessarily, they're not going to do it the same way you do it.
Right.
But they have great intentions for the people they intend to serve.
Right.
Right.
We create experiences and opportunities that align with how you want to show up and what you want to serve people with. And we've done it a million different ways. We go from conferences to intimate one-on-one scenarios.
Yes,
You want to host
yes.
a 5K, we can do that. You want to
Yeah.
go host a party, we can do that.
Yeah.
And again, we're not event planners, but really strategically figuring out how you get to the people that you want to get to and how you're going to have impact. Not just getting in front of them, but
Yeah.
getting to and through them the way you want to.
Right, and that's the impact right there.
Right.
I think that's what just sets you all apart, because it's building that experience. Not, it makes it not cookie cutter. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Right.
anybody can have any and everybody can have a podcast. It's the experience that you bring to the person listening
Right.
that sets the tone. And so it's not the same for each one, and it's not, you guys don't go in it with that same thought process of, we're gonna do it like this because it worked like this for homeboy, and so
No.
since it worked for
Yes.
homeboy, it's gonna work for you.
Right.
And it's not
different
that.
personalities.
So the
I
fun
think
thing, I was going to say, the fun thing about our work is that we have a process. Like, there is a process. There's a method to the madness.
Yeah.
The beauty is, as fast as our minds work, we literally go from you all to a different client like in
Yeah.
any given day.
Yes.
Our minds are on a million different things, and part of that is exciting and exhausting at the same time.
Right.
But we know that's how we have to show up, because every
Yeah.
client
It's
is different.
And I think the thing too is like having the varied background, right? So we've been in the
Yes.
super corporate spaces
Yeah.
where you have to show up in a black suit all the time, you know. I think not only just trying to find ourselves through our careers, we believe in people. Like, we really believe
Yeah.
in people that are trying to do things. I think this is why we're particular about who we work with.
Right.
Because we can't work with somebody that we don't connect with them and believe
Yeah.
the work that
Right.
they're doing.
Right.
Right.
And so that helps us to connect with them in ways that when we learn them, we can
Right.
help them navigate. But having the backgrounds that we have and having to also navigate our own authenticity in
Right.
these
Right.
spaces,
Right.
we have also a really great network of people
Yes.
that we have a great reputation with.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they know us in that way.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
we do make those connections,
Yes.
like you say, we've likely been in rooms like that. But we want to position people that are able to be their very best, because we see that best that they're trying to accomplish. And then some of the beauty of the work that we do, because we care about the leaders and care about their work, we see this ripple effect, right?
Yes.
So like
Yeah.
if we can help you all do the work you're doing, look at who all you're taking care of and amplifying that work.
Right.
And the same thing with like when people are working on, I mean, we have everything from, you know, dementia, Alzheimer's to anti-violence
Yes.
to, you know,
Yeah,
caring
yeah.
for family. Like but it's this ripple effect that if we can pour into those leaders and they can continue to pour into their community and they continue to mentor and bring up people, like we have this,
good.
like that's the purpose I think that we got attached to, is being able to do that.
I don't think I got to say these young ladies are awesome. I want to put that out there right now. They are awesome.
So with everyone that you have helped and you continue to help on a day-to-day basis, what are some innovative practices that you believe are essential for businesses aiming to like revolutionize their business to grow and become like those dynamo companies?
Interestingly enough, we start all of our work with the biggest vision you have. So yes, we work with visionaries and y'all have big ideas, but we stretch you even further. Like, what is the ultimate goal for you?
Right.
And if we can understand that, that helps us craft the process. Because you may come to us for a discrete thing.
Right.
And we're like, okay, well, give us some context. Where does this fit in your larger vision?
Dream?
And once we can get you to that, then it helps us to lay things out, because then we're not just thinking about that specific project.
Right.
It's how that project becomes a puzzle piece into whatever the next thing is. And I think that's the innovative practice, that even if you are a visionary leader, pull it all the way back to see how that fits into your larger vision. And then we can start to operationalize from there. That way you're not repeating things. That way you build it in a way that it's going to fit into that bigger vision. And even if it's a spin-off project that may not seem related, there's always a way to tie it in, because you as the visionary are at the core.
Right.
So with that being said, and y'all put things in place for that visionary to succeed or hit that milestone that they want to hit, how do you measure success when you're helping someone?
Within that business.
This is where the banker and the lawyer kicks in. If y'all see our stuff, we're gonna have some data, a graph, and the thing is, part of us accepting like our visionary capability, it's that when people start sharing their big dream with us, I literally and she literally, we start to see the path and the outline to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we, being kind of with the experience that we have, knowing how data matters, knowing how these issues matter in communities, knowing how what we're trying to accomplish, you start to see the path, like almost like stepping stones.
Right.
And so it just will click. It just will click, and we'll start to see it. And sometimes I have to like sketch it out or draw it, but we don't do anything without a plan. We're probably the most briefed, paper-driven two people y'all will ever meet. Like, I got old school file cabinets and went and got my old school like loan files to keep track of all of my stuff. And we were laughing at a retreat this weekend. We did a training this weekend, and we were giving them their report back of the summary of what we did to their staff. And I had mine highlighted, a number. She was laughing because I needed to know the numbers of what this percentage was and everything. But like, that's just the banker and the lawyer in us. So everybody that works with us, it's not that we're all sitting around having pipe dreams and like, we're all trying to be on the moon.
It's like, did this happen? How much did it cost? How much did we make? How many people did we impact? What changed about those people? We're very much data driven in that way. And not to say that everything has to be counted, but how else do you measure success? You know, you look at your bank account to see if you're being successful. You look at how many people, if you did an event, how many people showed up. If you're not inclined to think about life in that way, you never know if you're successful. And so again, it's growth, and that's what we say. We're here to grow you, scale you, sustain you. How much more runway do you have? How much more money do you have? And so there's always a data point.
Okay, so with that being said, what would be some advice you would want to offer to some emerging visionaries who just want to make like transformational impact in their community? What would be some advice you would want to give them to get them started and to get them going?
Probably some first advice I have is like, one of the things that I see is people really are hard on themselves about what they're trying to accomplish. Or even if they have core capabilities that they can do the things, but we try to tackle it all, right? So entrepreneurship, we are starring in our own movies, writing our own movies, producing our own movies, directing our movies. You're doing all the things. There does become a moment that when we start to help them see them stretch themselves out. You have to be gentle with yourself that's not like, I can do that. I'm not inspired each day when I wake up and do that. And so sometimes we'll end up talking to people like, it's not bad to have growth and outgrow spaces. And so you have to, it's a way, and sometimes we'll see people beat themselves up about what they're not either able to get done, or I couldn't accomplish this, or they're having that moment of when you're taking on everything,
Right.
and they're hard on themselves because and they'll burn themselves out. And
Right.
so even with nonprofits, when it's that growth moment, there is that moment that we're like, stretch it out,
Right.
stretch it out,
Else.
give it to someone else, and stay where you can as much as you can
Right.
of what inspires you, because that's your gifts.
Right.
Not what you can do. You can do everything.
Right.
You can do likely, but as much as you can, start thinking about building your team and giving away things, or letting people help you.
Delegate.
Letting people delegate.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I would
say that.
Yeah.
I would say in addition to that, like it's the concretizing of what Janiyah just said. Find your integrator. Every strong leader in any field that they're in, they may not call it an integrator. It's your number 2. It's your
Right.
second. It's your Tamika and Janiah that are going to run the play for you.
Right.
Most visionaries, they have the idea, they may see the intended outcome.
Right.
They're not necessarily going to sit still long enough to fully run the play.
Right.
Find a team or a person that can fully run the play for you.
Right.
And just continue to document the visions. Don't get discouraged that they're not showing up every single day, because you may look up and you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects, and now that bigger vision starts to make sense, or you start to see
Right.
why that one thing didn't happen on day 1, it happened on day 55.
Right.
Because if you're constantly, like, there's a reason that you got the idea,
Right.
there's
Yeah.
a reason that you got the gift, but you may not be the person to fully run the play.
Right.
And so be comfortable allowing other people to step in and do that for
I love
you.
that. I love that.
So, good information
Yeah.
from beginning to end of y'all journey to this point right now, right? Reflect on what has been the most rewarding thing
Part of OG.
of OGLLC.
So there's 2 things for me. Externally, I would say watching our clients grow and actually achieve their visions. Like we do our part to help you guys make those things happen, but you go out and do it. The confidence is there. The ability to execute is there. You go out and do the things.
Their wins are our wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We take pride in that. Like we sit there like proud mama, like, oh my God, they did it. This is amazing.
Yeah.
On the flip side of it, I would say watching us grow as entrepreneurs, like having the varied backgrounds that we've had. Entrepreneurship is a journey unlike no other. If you have not had faith, you will gain it
Right.
on this journey.
Right.
And so just watching us grow as entrepreneurs and be confident in what we originally thought for this business and watch it grow
Right.
every single day and show up for it every single day.
Right.
Like when we started this, I was 9 months pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
I delivered a baby on January 19th and I was back on a conference call January 26th. Like we have been in it every single day for the
Right.
last 3 years. And so that's a lot of stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah.
But we believe so much in the work that we're doing
Right.
that you guys help our vision come to life for how we wanted to show up for people.
Right.
And so I think that's been the most inspiring part of this for me.
What about you, Janiyah?
I would agree. I think that when we see our clients win, it is the moment, because we don't want to ever be the one that does it. We want to, I always say this, we want to teach people to fish.
Right.
Like that's our goal. And if people are better for it, and I mean, not that we want to lose clients, but if someone's ever like, y'all have got me together, now I can go help other people,
Yeah.
I don't need y'all anymore,
Yeah.
then we've done our
what you-
job,
right.
and
Yeah.
our pride is in that kind of ripple effect moment.
Right.
And if we can just continue to do that, I would say internally as well. Again, I said Tamika and I were not friends before working together. I believe you can become friends if you work together, not the vice versa. Like it's hard to be friends and then go and try to get work done.
Right.
It's easier to be work friends and then expand your friendship. So we've become family.
Yeah.
And walking this test of entrepreneurship. But like we've had so much growth in our friendship
Yeah.
and becoming family and our personal journeys.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't do it with anybody else
No.
in the world. So
Not at all.
and then I won't get no
attest to that.
tissue because then I'll yes. But like I would say that's the biggest reward is
Yeah.
doing it with this person right
Yeah.
here.
I'll add this too. Like for us, the biggest reward, and I think I can speak for you too on this. The biggest reward for us, even being with you guys every week. And look, don't get me started, but it might need some tissue. But for real, like you all, what you say you do,
Right.
but you do it like times a million.
Right. And y'all, I don't think y'all really understand the impact that y'all have
For sure.
on, especially us in our lives, and how y'all helped us. I mean, talking to you guys, the day can be going wrong or whatever, but I'm like, listen, I know I'm gonna be on the phone with them, and it's we're gonna get, and it's gonna be a conversation. And y'all always ask, okay, what do we need to know about? And then we probably start going over a lot of other things. And then y'all start saying, okay, y'all start putting pieces together. Or when I see y'all writing,
Yeah.
like, oh, there they go.
We don't need some notes.
So we very much appreciate y'all.
And everything that
and everything y'all guys do. I don't even know. Just say thank you.
Yeah.
Because y'all have been a blessing to us, and I know y'all have been a blessing to others as well.
Yeah.
So they say we the dynamic duo. You guys are the dynamic duo.
Y'all are the dynamic duo. Okay. So we said we weren't gonna cry, but now we gotta go. Look,
we don't have enough tissue for this episode, so I'm gonna break the fourth wall and say.
So another thing that we have, I don't know if you mentioned this in the beginning.
But this is part one.
This is part one of this episode, talking with these young ladies. So it's gonna do something kind of different.
They want to flip the script on us.
They want to flip the script on us.
They want to interview us.
So we will see y'all for part two.
Yeah.
Any last words, Bree?
I just want to say thank y'all, and y'all have to just understand the enormity of like what they're doing and revolutionizing businesses all over the world.
Yes.
And as business owners, if you're going into something, if you're trying to grow and expand something, you need a team around you that's going to be able to say, hey, this fits here, this goes here, this looks better if you do it this way, this feels better, this is more authentic, whatever that may be. You need that team, and they supply that. And so that's just the most important part. You want to make sure that you're looking at your business as through the full lens, and that's what they do. And they help you with it. And they help you
every step of the way.
That's the greatest thing about it. So I encourage all of you business owners out there, please look to have a team. Look to have the integrator like Tamika talked about, and just really want to grow and expand in a different light.
And basically what she's saying, OGLLC.
Them. That's what I'm saying. Them. Okay.
That's what she's saying. All right. We out.
Yes, thank y'all. See y'all.
All right.